end of a long road trip and, finish this one off?
I think coming in, we knew we had no choice but to find a way to win, and a little bit of desperation in there for sure, and capitalize on most of our chances. So it was huge, but I think you got to give all the credit in the world to Sammy tonight. He was our best player tonight, and they had some chances, and he made some unbelievable saves when he had to. So Sammy kept us in it, and Sammy won us that game tonight.
Considering what he's been through this season, what does it mean to his teammates to see him get that win?
Oh, it's everything. I mean, you know what? This sports is funny. It's not always as easy as people think. There's a lot more to it than just showing up and playing for the 60 minutes. It's a full 24 hours, and there's 7 days, and it's a full 82-game season. So your family's involved and everyone's involved. It's hard. There's going to be days where it's fun and it almost feels easy, and then there's going to be days where it's a grind. And when it's a grind and it's tough, it doesn't seem to be going your way. That's when you lean on your teammates. And to his credit, he's done unbelievable stuff behind the scenes that you guys will never know of or see. Works his ass off, and he's a great teammate. He's super positive. That's how you get rewarded. He's got all the talent in the world, and he deserves it, and I'm really happy for him.
What did you make of Nick's play in his return to the lineup?
Game-winning goal, so that's what he does. He scores. In the first, he had a chance off the rush there, and I knew when he missed that one that the next one was going in. It's kind of how it goes with him. If he misses one, which is rare, the next one goes in, so it's a big goal.
What have you noticed about his demeanor when he's kind of in and out of the lineup? But
who's that, Robbie?
Yeah, Robbie. Yeah.
Again, he's being super positive. We got a great team, and it's not always due to, I guess, play in some instances, right? You look at our roster, and it's just a numbers game, and whenever he's come in, he's played great, and I'm sure the coaches and management see that, and it was great to see him get the opportunity tonight, and he made the most of it. Seems to be doing that quite a bit, so it's great to see him.
How would you describe how Auston is kind of continuing to it seems like he scores almost every game?
Yeah, usually I'm next to Yarny on the bench, and some of the plays he makes, like he's going through traffic and the puck just sticks to his stick, or he kicks it up, or he does something outrageous. It's crazy to think that we're just getting used to seeing it, but every shift he's doing something, and he's always a threat. The puck's following him around, and that's not by accident. He creates all his chances, and him and Mitchie got some great chemistry. Nice, was unreal tonight. Created a lot for them too on the forecheck. Worked his ass off too. So we had everyone going tonight, but again, going back to Sammy, he was the first starter tonight for sure.
You made a nice pass on that Robertson goal. Can you kind of tell us what happened on that play there?
That's all Bertuzzi. When you suck a guy in like that, it was just the end of a power play. So we had a lot of speed coming in on the entry, and their D kind of has to respect him, obviously on his forehand, and he bit, and he threw a great little baby sauce there to me, and I had all the time in the world to just kind of hold on to it until the D committed, and then obviously Robbie took care of the rest.
What's it mean to be back in the winner's circle today?
It's huge for me. Long time. I didn't feel this. Huge for me, huge for the team. We missed a couple games in the third period. Before these few games, it was really important for us. It's great for me. I forgot about this and moving forward.
How hard was it to stay focused, and especially in that third period where you don't face a shot for a long period of time, and then it's a very difficult save?
Doesn't matter right now. For me, I need to prepare it for the next shot. After this, just stay in the moment, and help it for a team for a win.
Well, you got back here and you got into the Detroit game, but you don't win that one. This has been a kind of a difficult stretch for you, right? Like going back into last year. Has this been maybe the hardest stretch of your career?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's October to a couple of weeks ago. Until this time is probably hardest in my life. But life is moving forward. I'm stay positive. I forgot about what's going on in the past. I'm just focused today and just to focus on the moment, day by day.
Sheldon said that you were hungry for the net this week, and that he saw your confidence in practice. What do you think's changed? Where did that confidence come from?
I have a good rest. 10 days, just working with a goalie coach, and don't thinking about for a game. And this has helped for me get some couple step back for moving forward. It was really important for me. Like I'm being in a really bad spot, especially for mental. But I'm good right now.
How excited were you to get back in tonight?
Unbelievable. It's huge. Like maybe just after the game, not a lot of emotion, but like I'm so excited.
Not a lot of emotion.
Not a lot of right now.
Is staying in the moment the message you've been getting a lot during this time?
Yeah. It's just more easy to concentration, and you don't overthinking about your game. You just stay in the moment, and that's it. What's going on, it doesn't matter for you.
Auston gave you the belt?
Huh?
Auston gave you the belt?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah? How did that feel?
Good, huge. I'm really excited back to the team.
Thank
Yeah, thank you.
And be able to contribute right away.
Oh, that's great. It's definitely takes your stress out of everything, and it's good to get on the board. And boys played great today. I'm just happy with how everything went.
I said that after you missed the first one, he had a pretty good idea that next one was going on. Can you take us through the first chance and then the next one?
Yeah, usually, having played, even when you miss a game or two, you feel, somewhat little rusty. So I just want to get that on net. Maybe I was like, I just got to get this on net to kind of get your first shot. And the second one was, he put it in my wheelhouse. There was just an easy, Max finds players so well out there, and all I had to do was just tap it in. So more of the goal was actually on him and Bert making a good play too.
How would you describe what this week has been like for you, this road trip? Some pretty intense atmospheres in Western Canada you probably want to be in. Like, how did it go?
Yeah, first cold. It's really cold. No, obviously you want to play in, these meaningful games, but again, sometimes a lot of things out of my control. So it's cliche, but stay ready, and I just stick to my routine and prepare every day like I'm playing the next day, and just be ready.
Is it different for you when the team's kind of trying to grind out this 2-1 win and keep it close, but you kind of have the energy to try and get the finishing goal?
Yeah, definitely, each shift matters, and especially in a close game like this, and we need these points, we need these wins. So definitely in a 2-1 game in the third period here, it's very important. The intensity and the motive to play the right way is much higher than other games where it's not as close. So yeah, there's a lot of energy and a lot of, I would just say, importance in the period.
What's been the message from the coaching staff as you've been going through this period where you haven't been in? Because it feels like you have done a lot of good things.
Yeah, they just says the situation is, like I said, we have great players that can be in the lineup. That's what Toronto has depth. So you just kind of accept the situation. Obviously, everyone wants to play. I want to play. So, all I could do is just work hard and just do the things away from the rink, mentally preparing to be in the lineup and continuing what I'm doing when I'm playing.
How did it feel to watch Samsonov get his first win in a while here?
It was fantastic. He's been grinding away. I think he's just been kind of the opposite side of luck. So it's good to see him get this, and I'm sure it's going to bring him confidence. And he's a great goaltender too. So for him to get a reward like that and working and going through this rough patch he's had, it's good to see, and hopefully we can build on it.
What do you think about what Austin's been doing?
He's done amazing things. He's definitely helping get these points, and he's just such a he's a dangerous goal scorer, but also just the puck play away from the puck too. He just battles. I think that's one thing that people don't really focus on with him, is he's just such a battler there in the D zone and everything, and that leads to him having success in the O zone. So he's a great player, obviously, and we're happy to have him.
What did you like about how the team kind of navigated through this game at the end of a long road trip?
Yeah, I thought we had a good start, which was, I think, really important for us tonight. Getting off on the right foot and just rolling all 4 lines. Consistent throughout our game, good PKs, and Sammy was lights out for us tonight. He made some unbelievable saves and just looked really, really confident, really poised in there. So it was great to see.
Considering what he's been through the last few weeks, how easy it was to him with the belt tonight?
Well, obviously pretty well deserved. I don't think it was like a charity gift, but very well deserved. Obviously, it's been tough for him the last couple of weeks, and I think tonight was a really good step in the right direction for him. The way he played, the way he battled for us and competed, and when he needed to make those big time saves, he did. So that was great to see. Really proud of him, and just really proud of the whole group and closing out this road trip on the right foot.
What have you noticed about Ilya between games as he's been waiting for this next chance?
He's pretty much the same. I think I find he's mentally resilient. He's he's hard on himself. He wants to he wants to be good, and he wants to play well always. And so, when you go through a rough stretch like that, I think, for him, it's just trying to find his confidence again and try to relax a little bit too. And I think just over the last couple of weeks, he's been putting in some great work on the ice, off the ice, and I think when you do that, you get rewarded for it. And like I said, it was just great to see the effort from everybody tonight. But he played exceptionally well.
Auston, can you talk a little bit about the pass that Mitch made there and how you're able to finish off that play?
Yeah, just a really good anticipation by him, I think. I think when we're on the same page, like that, you can just kind of see the play happening, and I think we both know where each other are at on the ice, and so he just made an unbelievable play to me. I didn't feel like I had a little bit of time to hang on to it and make a play to the backhand. So, but unbelievable job by him and Izzy getting in there on the forecheck and disrupting some plays and letting him go to work, and then just trying to find that open space because he's an incredible passer, so I know he can find me.
Nyes has bounced around for a few lines here. How do you think he's handled, now deep into the season as a rookie?
Yeah, it's tough. You go through the ups and downs of the regular season, especially when you're coming from like a college schedule to this. It's not easy, but I think he's handled it well. It's a grind, and you just gotta embrace it. And he's a guy that comes to the rink every day with a smile on his face, and he works hard. And whether things are going good for him or bad, it's he tends to have the same attitude, which is I think just shows his maturity and whatnot. So I thought he played really well tonight, just on the forecheck. He's a big, heavy body, disrupting plays, fighting for pucks, getting pucks back, and letting all three of us kind of go to work in the ozone. So I thought he played really well.
Robertson was talking about how you missed one game and you kind of feel a little bit cold coming back. What do you make as a goal scorer of what he's been able to do, bouncing in and out, waiting for his chances, but he seems to score when he gets in?
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. Trying to get in a rhythm and stuff when you're not playing every night, but like you said, it seems every game he's played, and he seems to find the back of the net, and that's always a positive thing. So I think that line too with Domes and Yarny, Yarny's such a workhorse, and Max is such a good passer, and I think they really complement each other well, with Robbie having the heavy shot that he does. So that was a big goal for us tonight, and big play by Bert and Domes there on the entry.
And you perhaps foreshadowed it before the game with your comments about Ilya, but what stood out about his performance tonight?
Just looked confident, prepared, I would say, for whatever was going to come at him, and he didn't get a lot of work here tonight, but that sometimes is even harder because you got long gaps between us, so you got to really stay focused, and he was great. You look at that third period save that he made. It was his first shot of the period that he had faced. It's over 10 minutes of game time and no shots, and then you got to make a big save. So I thought he was excellent. A few huge saves in the second period as well. So tremendous job for him. Really happy for him. Obviously, it's been a tough road for him, but he's worked extremely hard. And as I had alluded to before the game, to me, it had felt all week, like he was back to himself, and today was certainly a good indication of that.
Did the team do well to suppress shots, and it felt like you guys were in control pretty much the entire night?
Yeah, I thought we had the puck a lot tonight. I thought, with the exception of a few times in the second period, I thought we managed it really well. But because we had the puck a lot, I think that really helped us, and guys defended, checked hard when they needed to. At times when we had breakdowns, we recovered really well with good sticks or bodies in lanes. So that's what I like. There was a chunk of the second period that got a little bit too wide open, which with a lead was not to our advantage, certainly. And we had to tighten that up in the third, which I thought we did a tremendous job of.
What did you make of Nick's contribution to the lineup first game in a little while?
I thought Nick was excellent tonight. That's what I was hopeful for with both he and Timmins coming in. This has been not just a long trip, but it's been a tough stretch of games here for us for the last while. So it's important to get some fresh legs and energy in here today. And with Nick in particular, you know he's going to give you everything he has, and at a time when we haven't used him on the trip, that he's going to have more in the tank than anyone else. And with it being so tight a game, it was a little harder to get him out on the ice, and his minutes probably reflected that. But I loved every second that he played on the ice. He did a tremendous job, not just because he scored the goal, but how he worked and how he managed the game and managed the puck. was a really good effort from him, and really all our young guys today. I thought he was excellent. I thought Holmberg was excellent, and Matthew Nyes was terrific. And he showed signs of that last night, that he was coming back with his game, which is why we put him back with Matthews. And I thought he was tremendous tonight too.
What did you think of Benoit on the back end? He seemed pretty noticeable.
Yeah, Benny just keeps getting better and better and better. It's fun to watch because he's a guy that's putting in a lot of work. He had some good shots at the net tonight too, but physical, competitive presence for us. He was a big part of the penalty kill too, and penalty kill did a good job tonight. So yeah, Benny's he's been tremendous and very, very consistent.
Auston had mentioned the start wasn't going to be important tonight. What do you make of how he and his line kind of set the tone for you guys early?
Yeah, like I said, they did a tremendous job, and on the back-to-back, their minutes are probably a little higher than I'd like them to be, but they were playing so well, and also because of the matchups and the way things were going, they were matching pretty heavily against him, which was keeping some of their better offensive people off the ice, so that just encouraged me to play him even more. He was excellent. Like I had said, I thought there's good chunks of time where Matthew Nyes is really driving things and really contributing to that line. But obviously, big-time goal by Auston coming off of a big-time feed by Mitch to get us going in the game. But more importantly, I thought that line and the Tavares lines, I thought John was just excellent tonight. Those guys really carried the play. So when you talk about how he suppressed shots so much, I thought all of our guys defended really well, but I thought our best people really drove play and kept us away from our net.
What did you learn about your team on this trip?
I'm sorry?
As a whole, what did you learn about your team on this trip, this road trip?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we've talked a lot through the year that we've been a resilient group, right? We've had lots of comebacks and we stayed with it, We talked this morning about tonight's game being one that, from my perspective, was a little bit reflective of sort of how the trip has gone for us, right? We've had leads. At times we needed to close the games and take care of the games and finish the game well. Same mindset, we need to finish the trip well. You're a little tired, it's a long trip. Played last night. Now you got to be mentally tough and stay with it to grind out one more game. And I thought both in how we played the game, how we finished the trip, and I thought it was fitting how it's 2-1 going in the third, and it was challenging us again to show how we can manage these situations. And with the exception of maybe one or two mistakes, that's a pretty textbook third period with a lead.
With John, some of his underlying numbers actually look kind of better than his finishing. Do you feel like it's going to come for him?
Yeah, no doubt it's going to come for him. But more importantly to me than whatever the goals and assists and points might be, because the production will come. John hasn't cheated for 1 second. He's not concerned about it. John is at a point in his career as our captain and as a leader on our team where he knows what's important. He needs to play the right way. He needs to take care of the puck. He needs to have good habits and details. And for a guy that hasn't had the production and is getting questions about it and all these kinds of things, to just stay with it, not cheat the system. Not extend his shifts, but to do all the details. I think that allows us to be in a position, I think, to win a game 2-1 like we did tonight. So, yeah, I do think the results are going to come, but more importantly to me is that John's setting a great example for our team that it doesn't matter what his individual stats say. While he's fighting through it, he's not going to cheat the team or the system.